Hey, welcome to Free Mama TV. My name is Lauren Golden, and you will find hundreds of videos all about how to start, grow, and scale a successful online business across this channel. Today, I'm doing a little walk down memory lane, but don't leave because you are definitely going to want to see what is going on in the online space these days. I decided to become self-employed about a decade ago. I had this whole epiphany when I went back to work after my daughter was born, who's now 12, that I actually loved working, but working for someone else was making being a mom, especially of such a young kiddo, really stressful. 2 years later, 10 years ago from this month, my son was born and I was heading back to work for my maternity leave. And I was bound and determined to find a way to work from home. And I tried all the things. I always joke that if you have ever Googled how to make money from home, I have probably tried that thing. And luckily, I failed at a whole lot of things and realized how many scams and just not very upfront, transparent things were out there on the internet. So you don't have to. And in today's video, not only am I going to tell you what worked for me that I have gone on to teach tens of thousands of other people how to do, but I'm also going to show you that some of that stuff, unfortunately, is still lurking on the internet. So we're going to start by taking a look together. Honestly don't even think you're ready for this, but we're going to dive in together nonetheless. All right, so here's what I used to do back in the day. Not a lot has changed. How to make money. It's actually, that's very funny. How to knead dough for bagels by hand. That was a recent search of mine. How to make money from home was the search of all searches. And what's really interesting is that I looked this up right before I started recording on the video because I wanted to see what showed up. And my top searches are a little bit different. And that is because these top posts on Google, these are called sponsored posts. These are things that people are paying for. So they are paying to get these articles in front of you. So even something like the Penny Hoarder, that's a blog. Why would a blog pay to get these 50 ways to make money from home in front of you? Well, the reason that they're paying to do that is because they're all linked to revenue drivers for the Penny Hoarder. So number one, the Penny Hoarder is going to make money off of any ads on their website. But you can see this is sponsored. The reason that it's sponsored is because they are going to be using affiliate links in here. Now, affiliate links aren't bad necessarily, but what you need to keep in mind is this is curated information specific to get you to buy something. It's not to teach you the information. It's not to give you an unbiased view of what's going on. This is a capitalist blog. Their goal is to make money, maybe to help you save money, but I don't know. I just find a little bit lack of integrity in that. Integrity note, I make money when you watch this video because I've made and produced so many videos on YouTube that I am able to have advertising turned on. This is a source of revenue inside my business. So in the spirit of transparency. So again, it's not that affiliate marketing is bad, but it makes me question if these things actually work and if the person who put together this partner post, meaning these are people either paying to be there or they're making affiliate revenue, has anybody actually checked these out? So something like online tasks from free cash, that just sounds like a scam to me. Get paid for surveys. I can tell you that back in 2014, I tried to make money on surveys, and I think I spent hours of my time on the most pointless surveys, most of which I didn't even qualify for because they're looking for a very specific demographic. And I think I made something like 93 cents total, like in an entire month. So the whole, you can earn up to $140 each month. This is not telling you how much time you're actually going to waste finding the right surveys that you can qualify for. So if you want to waste a bunch of your time and feel really stressed out and have no money to show for it, definitely look into these surveys. But I'm guessing you're here because you don't. Stop paying your credit card company. I'm like not even reading that because that's so clickbaity to me. Stop overpaying at Amazon. Well, no kidding. If you're looking to make more money, like maybe just don't do as much online shopping. Just let's be honest, okay? Watch movie previews. I'm just telling you guys, that didn't exist because Netflix wasn't really a thing the way that it is today when I started. But these few things I'm scrolling through, like I see red flags galore because none of these are teaching you a skill set about how to make money. And I promise you, you're not hearing any about any millionaires on the internet or even people with cushy six-figure lifestyles who or no debt who are sitting around taking surveys and watching videos. So all of this stuff is going to keep you stuck where you are. It's going to cost you a tremendous amount of time for the money that you even have the potential of earning. And even then, there's not a guarantee. Now, remote jobs, I'm not going to click on, but I am interested in what that is. So these guys get charged every time I click on one of these. Okay, I'm curious what Finance Buzz says the best side hustles of 2024 are. And I'm curious, oh my gosh, there it is. Surveys. Again, you guys, pay off your credit card. It's the same things. It's the same things paying to be in front of you. Watch viral videos. Like, no, cancel your car insurance. Like, guys, no, none of this is legitimate. I'm so curious why these are the things that come up. And then if we go down to something that's not, here we go. Look, not sponsored. So someone's not paying it. The sponsoreds end here. Okay. Then we've got some ex Twitter stuff. NerdWallet, 25 ways to make money. I'm curious what comes up in this blog. Probably also still has some affiliate links, I would guess. There's an ad. So if I click on that, that's how they're monetizing that page. Diversify your income. Okay, pick up freelance. Look, we get to the real stuff when they're not paying to shove it down your throat. So this is exactly what I was hoping to see, which is pick up freelance work. Work as a virtual assistant, an online business manager, a graphic designer, a social media manager, a bookkeeper, whatever your background skill set has been. And the barrier for entry for virtual assistant work is very low. I'll talk about that here in a minute. But this is where you are actually being compensated for work that you're doing. So if you're new to the idea of freelancing, it's kind of like a job, except you're not an employee. So when you get a full-time job, you're hired as a W-2. When you are hired as a freelancer, you are a W-9. This is how you're classified on your taxes. But you are still doing work. You are learning a skill set. You're working inside of someone's company. It's legitimate, and you will be compensated according to the work that you are able to produce. Now, the more niche or technical you can become in your work, the more you'll be able to charge. There are copywriters who are able to charge a pretty penny because they get really tangible results for their clients in terms of sales pages, for example, or copywriting that turns into sales for companies. More people are going to be virtual assistants. So you're going to be looking at a price point in the United States somewhere between $15 and $35 an hour, depending again on your experience and what software you know and your skill set and things like that. Okay, back on the search engine. Now we've got some videos populating. Number one, work from home business. I'm really going to hope that's not network marketing, but who knows? I'm not going to click on it. Make money, Matt. Make 32 hours from these 7 work from home jobs. Again, I'm going to hope that these are actual jobs. I might actually click on this and see if it tells me that. There we go. Okay, 7 jobs. Let's see if any of these side hustles are actually shown in here. Make money with Chat GPT. Make money, job 1, job 2. He's not going to tell us what they are. We're not going to watch the video. You guys can find that on your own. 16 ways to make money from home from Forbes. Okay, let's see what people are finding today when they want to make money from home from Forbes, which seems like it should be a reputable source. Why do people want to make money from home? You and I both know this. More flexibility, less distraction, greater comfort. Doesn't say much about having kids, but I guess that's pretty specific to being a mom. Room rent. Oh gosh. Okay. Now the thing with this is a way to make money from home, but not necessarily using the internet with room rentals. I don't want a stranger living in my house with a baby personally. I love that virtual assisting showed up again. Again, when it comes to freelancing, virtual assistant is going to be the number one place for most people who are new to the online world that don't have a specialty such as design or bookkeeping or writing. It's going to be the best place for you to start. So we're going to touch on that in a second. I love that freelance writing is next. Transcribing, all of these are freelancing, by the way. Virtual assistant, freelance writing, transcribing, these are all freelance roles. Social media management, again, with the online surveys, like to me, this is so junky. Again, the in-home daycare, I don't really want people living in my house. Then we have to get a little bit careful. Things like blogging, you have to understand business and monetization to make money with a blog. Drop shipping, you are either going to be the middleman or you're going to be worried about supplies. I am a service provider. I know nothing about physical products, so not my jam. Online courses, I've been there, I've done that. I now have a membership community that still has online education for women who want to grow their businesses. So online courses is a great way to make money online from home. Absolutely. However, there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve unless you already have a developed skill set that you are ready to teach other people. So this is not the place for most people to start who want to make money, again, unless they already have sort of that background contextually in their personal or professional life. And I say personal because you could make an online course about how to make sourdough bread better than anybody else. You can make an online course about how to crochet or save your marriage. It doesn't have to be business related, but you have to have, like I said, a developed skill set, something that you have something to teach other people. You know more than other people. And even then, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve depending on how savvy you are in the online space. So lots of interesting things showing up. I want you to take away from this is that if you're not paying attention, you might click on one of those ads and you are going to be going down a less legitimate path to working from home. Now, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole here, but another, I would say, illegitimate way to make money from home is network marketing. It is a business model that I am not on board with. I find it very predatory. I've been a part of it. I have had a lot of people from that world come into the Free Mama community, and I think it ends up being like a breath of fresh air or a cool sip of water to know that they're not having to push products or ideas on other people for the sake of growing a team, even if they love the products, because we know in financial statements, which you can also Google for any network marketing company, we know that the odds of success are extremely minimal. And again, I think more people need to look at those disclosure pages so they understand what they're walking into and not being sold a dream of something, especially from someone who hasn't even achieved said dream. So what makes something like freelancing different? Well, like I talked about, it's kind of like a job. So that in and of itself is more legitimate. You are actually your own business owner, whether you choose to open an LLC, which I've got a video where you can learn more about how to do that, or you decide to just be a sole proprietor, which you can do, but it has less legal protection. Both might have costs depending on where you live, and you actually own a business. Now, it's your business. When you are a network marketer, you are also signing up as a contractor for the company, but you don't actually have any control over that business. The business entity is going to control the products, the pricing, verbiage. They're going to have their own legal team. And if that company shuts down, you ultimately are shut down as well. You are out of business. So you wouldn't open up an LLC necessarily to join an MLM, but as a freelancer, you might. So 10 years ago, I started an LLC called The Free Mama, and I started my freelancing journey as a social media manager. It's what I knew from my job before. In the two jobs that I had before that, I was in charge of marketing. Social media was really new for businesses. Before that, it had just been for people. It really started just for the college age kiddos. And then from there, it took off, and other people without a college email were able to join. And I got in really early when businesses were starting to use platforms like Facebook to talk about businesses online. So that was the really natural next step for me, something I understood, I felt comfortable with, just to get the ball rolling. A few years later in my freelancing journey, I was introduced to an online business coach, which opened up a whole different world. And I learned about virtual assistant, which makes so much sense because for most people, this is going to be that sort of initial step into working from home, because most of us have those skills, things like organizing, scheduling, answering and responding to emails, organizing emails, setting up basic tactical things online, record keeping, or inputting data into spreadsheets, moving emails from a copywriter into a software system that is going to send emails. So all of these things are very elementary in terms of they're quick to learn. It doesn't take a lot of skill set to be able to execute to get started. Now, of course, you can always advance your skills in anything that you're doing, which will make you more desirable, which will in turn make you be able to charge more money for the things that you do. The reason that I think hands down virtual assistants is where most freelancers should start, is because when you work with other online businesses, you are going to get exposed to so many different things in the online space that might make your ears perk up and kind of go, huh, I actually really like helping with the marketing side of things that I'm exposed to as a virtual assistant. And so maybe I should pursue that. Then you can sharpen those tools. Maybe you decide to niche down as a social media manager or something even more specific, like somebody who edits videos for reels on TikTok and Instagram. These are all things that people are getting paid real money for. And you might be spending time on some of these platforms right now and not actually getting paid because you're just consuming, when you have the opportunity to make an entire career out of it. This channel, Free Mama TV, you can subscribe, you can get notified when I drop new videos, but you can also go review the archive. We have hundreds of tutorials on how to set your pricing, how to optimize your social media profile and use social media, which is a free tool to network with other business owners, how to network in person, how to set up your business in a legitimate way, questions about taxes and finding clients. All of these things and so much more are covered right here on Free Mama TV. And if you are looking for a little more hands-on support, we also have a paid membership community called the Free Mama Membership. It is a no long-term commitment, stay as long as you want, pay as you go kind of platform where you will get exposure to not just education, but also community and coaching directly from me, as I will hold your hand and you get your business set up and going. So I will drop a link where you can learn more about the Free Mama membership down below this video. If you have any questions, or maybe more interesting, any stories about ways you have tried to make money from home that maybe didn't go so well, let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, send me a message, join our free community over on Facebook at the Free Mama Movement, and I will see you in the next video.